What's up, guys? I'm Mr. Normal, and we're about to watch some creepy and strange TikTok videos you probably shouldn't watch at night. With that being said, if you wouldn't mind leaving a like on the video so it's recommended to others, that'd be muchly appreciated. Thank you so much. Now, let's get into the video.
Since this app is getting banned, hydrating yourself, you have to drink food coloring. If you have a headache, you need to eat food coloring. If you want a mouthwash, you have to mouthwash with food coloring. Brush your teeth with food coloring. Sweat less with food coloring. Wash your body with food coloring. In America, this should only be acetaminophen. But only here do we add all of these extra random ingredients to the concoction. Always food coloring. Dye your hair with food coloring. Wash your clothes with words that none of us can even read. Snack on food coloring. Multiple food colorings, of course. We can drink microplastics. When you break down everything in this aisle, it's just oil, salt, and some sort of carbohydrate mixed with a ton of hyper-palatable ingredients that are no good for you. If you need energy drinks, there's something underlying that's wrong. Or candy, same thing for children until you get older and understand the effects on gut health. Cookies are actually not even real food. It's just sugar and junk. Now they're even freeze-drying our candy to make us think it's better for us. If you actually look at the ingredients on these versus these, they're the exact same. Eat some foaming Skittles. Nuts and seeds could and would be good for you if you didn't buy them in America, because this should be a cashew with rosemary and sea salt. But it's a cashew with sugar, peanut oil, silicone dioxide, anti-caking agents. Like, what are we doing? So out of this entire aisle, you have regular almonds. Everything else is not even food. You have one option. Same thing, your crackers, your snacks, your cookies, your chips, no options. Imagine if everyone in the world knew, wow, that's the only healthy thing in this entire aisle. We have turned actual fruits and vegetables into juice drinks, stripping them of a majority of their nutrients. You see, proudly baked in the USA. Of course it was, because it's going to contain a bunch of food coloring. We're in another aisle of just food coloring, grains, and oils. I mean, this one's so colorful it's crazy, but it cools your mouth. Wonder what ingredient they're using over here to cool our mouth. Well, that's right, probably banned ingredients. You got your yummy non-omega-3 fatty acid oils, which yes, you need omega-6 and omega-9, that's normal, but they use that and all the other things that have the bad ingredients. We have Jell-O, which is going to contain maltodextrin, acesulfame, aspartame, and food coloring. But remember, it's because it's an American company. So you can see, American company, sucralose, HFCS, high fructose corn syrup. So here's where it comes together. You have Heinz, an American company. There's your HFCS again. And you come over to the ketchup and there's your HFCS again. But here you go again, and there you go again. Some of the foods over here are engineered so good that other brands can't wait to get a part of it. But remember, they're always American companies, selling to Americans things that are banned in other countries. So based on everything that you've just seen, with boxes of corn syrup, end caps of supposedly edible, do you really think they're banning it because it's a national security risk? Yeah, imagine everybody walked down the grocery store aisle and didn't buy a single one of these foods because they knew that only the large corporations can afford to be sitting on the end cap, because then they can be loaded with a bunch of ingredients that aren't good for you as a human, because they're all just creating different forms of the same thing. So why would all of these companies in the United States of America want an app banned in the United States of America? I think you know the answer to that question. See you on my other platforms, I guess.
Bro, what are you putting in Fruit Loops that cools your mouth? I know the ingredient that does that already. It's called the milk. I mean, unless you drink warm milk with your cereal, but I'm not judging. That is crazy to think, though. A lot of people don't take the time to read the labels. They're just like, yep, this is chocolate syrup. This goes on my ice cream. I'm gonna buy it. But they don't take the time to actually read the back of it and all that, because there's a lot of bad stuff in there, but you know. And what in the world is a foaming Skittle?
I'm getting a video. There's this huge thing making a re-entry right now. Huge fireball up in the sky. That's actually sick. It's just leaving a trail across the sky. That thing's coming from like several times the speed of sound into the atmosphere. It's crossing over the sky. Hold on, I need to get out and record this. Look at that thing. Oh, I gotta record on it. But yeah, it's gorgeous. Look at it. And it only took it like a few seconds to go from one end of the sky to the other. It's like fading off in the distance now. I can barely even capture it.
Let's be honest, it's just Iron Man flying by. All jokes aside, I think this might be a satellite or SpaceX. Or just hear me out. It's a UFO because 2025 is already getting crazy.
This is the real reason Prince was taken out.
Did Prince really just say this?
When I was a kid, I used to see these trails in the sky all the time. And
Chemtrails.
oh, that's cool. A jet just went over. And then you started to see a whole bunch of them. And next thing you know, everybody in your neighborhood was fighting and arguing, and you didn't know why.
Now, come on, man. This is just from heavy air traffic. You know, there has to be some sort of airport nearby. These streaks in the sky are caused by the water vapor in the airplane's engine, and the low temperature causes ice crystals. It's not like they can just turn it off or... Okay, I don't know what that was about, but this is testing the weight limits of the planes, right, for passengers. And no, those aren't hoses hooking up to anything. Yeah, they're just testing the planes, guys. Now that's how they do their little writing in the sky, you know what I'm saying? It's just a crazy conspiracy.
I'll be honest, if there's one conspiracy that I do like, it's definitely this one. Because I remember as a kid all the time, I would see these jets fly by across and leave a streak in the sky and all that. But then as I got older, why is there like thousands of them all the time?
I don't even know where it starts. Celebrities' houses burning down, the UFOs in the sky over the fire, and insurance companies canceling fire insurance? TikTok, the news is saying this, not me. I guess let's start here. Paris Hilton and other prominent celebrities out of Hollywood's houses are burning down. For instance, this right here is Malibu. The whole beachside neighborhood was completely burnt down, and it's literally right across the street from a fire department. And literally on the beach. Do you get it? Right here we have a live news broadcast showing an alleged UFO just flying and actually disappearing at the end of its flight right here. You'll see it just randomly take off and disappear completely. Right about here. Gone. This right behind me is a photo. No, it's not that place from last year. This is California. Newsweek, not Moon, Newsweek reports California insurance canceled policies months before the Los Angeles wildfire. You can listen to her talking about it. Newsweek and also ABC7 is showing the same exact story. Again, not my words. Here, listen.
They've lived in this house for 75 years, and they've had the same insurance. And these insurance people decided to cancel their fire. And we're going through this.
It's just insane what's going on there. This right here is this. Everything is burning to the ground. It literally looks like the Terminator 2's image from Los Angeles, 2029 AD. Completely unrelated. 15 to 20,000 acres. And just as of an hour or two ago, they deployed the National Guard. Not yesterday, just an hour or two ago. Much like the news waiting hours after it started to start reporting on it. I've seen so many horrific and heartbreaking videos coming out of Los Angeles. And y'all, it's still going on. Just 1 minute ago from the time of recording, they just put out an alert to evacuate this area right here. It's going up the entire coast.
First things first, I want to say my love and condolences go out to every single person that's involved. I am so sorry this is happening. Okay, I've been doing a lot of research towards this, and the only thing I can pull from this is we have one firefighter that went on the news and said it started from a backyard. And I don't really believe that. And on the other end, we have the news people telling us that it's from an over excess of fuel, super dry, and it's from the winds over the mountains. So I don't know how much of that is actually true, but I just feel super sorry for everyone that is involved.
The following video is from a man named Josh Meg. And honestly, I'm going to have to leave this completely up to you to decide what the heck is going on. There's a lot of people who don't like to say they're conspiracy theorists or don't believe in conspiracies, but yet things just don't add up. Take a look at what he captured, what appears to be snow, not acting like snow. And we need an explanation. Is this normal? Does snow collect around salt like this? It looks like a molecule on the ground. People are saying there's smart dust and smart fog out there. So is this smart snow? You tell me.
Is it just me, or does it seem kind of strange because salt is supposed to dissolve the snow. Why is the snow only surrounding the particles of salt? But there's no snow anywhere else. Is the snow barricading in the salt so it can't do its job? What the hell? Salt is supposed to dissolve the snow. Why is the snow only surrounding the particles of salt?
That is interesting. It's supposed to clear out the snow, and it seems like the snow just got mad and surrounded the salt. And another thing, doesn't it kind of look like the concrete is growing mildew? I don't know what to say other than we had the smart fog, and now we have smart snow.
So behind the train station in downtown LA, there's a literal alien church. We were just recording outside when the door started lifting up. This is some you would only find in LA, I swear to God. These two guys walked out from behind the building and said,
you guys opened it. Yeah. Oh, passing by?
Yeah, I've never seen this before.
You guys guys walking together?
Yeah. I don't know why we decided to follow these men inside, but we did, and
This member that comes on Sundays and Mondays and does like sound healing. And we're gonna have other members that are going to come to.
What it seems to me is these guys know something that we don't know. Because why would you go out of your way to make a whole church like this? I don't know. I have no idea. If you guys have any idea, let me know down below.
Justin Bieber's father-in-law, Stephen Baldwin, who is also an actor, has been all about exposing Hollywood recently, and he just posted this to his social media. It's about what we saw in Hollywood during Christmas this year.
Said that the devil runs Hollywood.
I did say that.
Yes. You still believe it?
Let me ask you a question.
Okay.
Didn't we just have Christmas?
Yes.
What were the films that premiered for Christmas? Name the titles you can think of now.
Carry On.
Right.
Which had a Christmas backdrop to it.
Right.
But I can't really think of any actual Christmas films.
Nicole Kidman's film came out. Baby Girl, I think it's called.
Okay, yeah, I missed
Not a
that
Christmas movie.
No.
It's not a Christmas movie.
No, you're not really seeing Christmas movies right now.
Not really seeing... And then
There's no
Nostradamus
Grinch,
2, what is that?
no,
Nostradamus, whatever.
Yeah.
I can't even say it, it's so evil.
So that movie he's talking about is a horror movie. And then Nicole Kidman's movie that just came out, I don't know how to explain it, but it's the exact opposite of a Christmas or family-friendly movie. And then you can't see on the clip, but he was showing clips of Dear Santa, which is Jack Black's movie, and it's about summoning Satan on Christmas.
What is going on? Bro, we have like some devil worship, dark stuff going on in concerts being performed. We have evil stuff happening on Christmas. We have things happening in the sky all over the place. Like, I'm telling you right now, I'm about to go get a rock and live underneath of it like Patrick.
This is the MSI Katana 15. If you're in the market, yeah, I don't think people are freaking out enough about what's going on. I mean, not necessarily in a bad or a scary way, but there is going to be a content crisis so extreme that the entire internet's going to have to be rethought. All the videos you're seeing are from Google's new AI video model generating nearly perfect influencer style videos. Now let's think about this. So modern algorithms reward volume, right? The name of the game is shots on target. It's a never-ending slot machine where you can only win. You don't lose anything except time. Not anymore. If you're selling something on the internet, you're going to be able to generate an infinite number of very compelling videos. The AI will be able to analyze what works, what doesn't, and then tweak it in accordance to mass audience psychology. And eventually we just end up with entirely generated feeds based on our unique interests. Nah, no way. I mean, people want the human touch, and I thought that too. Doesn't seem like anybody cares. I mean, take the average person's phone and scroll their For You page. 98% of what they already consume is replaceable by machines. But ultimately, what remains is real relationships with real community creators become ungeneratable, irreproducible. Those two words might be made up. But yeah, this kind of thing. Ungeneratable. Peace.
Oh man, this kind of reminds me of the whole dead internet theory. And if you don't know what that is, I'll put it in a nutshell for you. So apparently back in 2016, the whole internet apparently died with all the human contact and all that for advertisements and things like that. So apparently any advertisement that you see is pretty much promoted by NPC or algorithms through the bots and stuff like that. I think that's pretty much what it is. And I'm not gonna lie, after seeing this, I feel like this kind of confirms it.
I can't believe he did this to himself.
I've never seen anyone willingly do this to themselves, and let me tell you guys, there's a reason for that. The clip that you guys just watched shows this guy who's purchased himself a cake, and he decides to smash his face into it. He does so at a pretty high speed actually. Things look like they're going just fine, but once he picks his face up, there are 2 skewers sticking out of his forehead. He pulls them out and runs off screen. And as we've talked about numerous times, cakes, especially large ones, can have skewers on the inside, and these are to help provide structural integrity so the cake doesn't flatten itself or fall over. And these supports are so common in cakes that in some cases they're putting warning labels on the back saying if you do the face smash trend, you are going to risk a severe injury. And if there's one surefire way to ruin somebody's birthday, it's pushing their face into a cake and shoving a skewer through their eye. So if you're going to do something like this, make sure you get a cake that doesn't have skewers in it, but just don't do it anyways. Even though I'm sure this guy's experience wasn't great, he did kind of get lucky that it didn't go into either of his eyes.
Bro, who knew birthday cake could be so scary? Hey man, call me stupid. I honestly didn't know they put skewers in cakes like that to help it level out. It makes sense, but I honestly didn't know that. And now that I do know this, I'll make sure to never do this. And don't smash anyone's face into a cake. What are you doing? Don't ruin the cake for other people.
This is some of the craziest tech showed off at CES so far. Starting with Yang Wang's jumping supercar. No idea when you're going to use this feature, but they drove it on autopilot at 120 miles per hour and made it jump over obstacles as long as 6 meters. South Korean researchers made a robot suit that can autonomously attach itself to someone seated in a wheelchair and allows them to stand up and even walk. Portal Graph showed off a 3D projector that projects VR space into the real world. Honda revealed their futuristic prototypes from its upcoming Zero Series EV lineup. This $700 keyboard is supposed to help you transition from typing to trackpadding just by lifting your hands. Roborock introduced a vacuum that also has a foldable arm to pick up small items like socks, tissues, and shoes. This box gives your phone 100% charge within seconds by quickly swapping out the battery pack in your phone case and replacing it for a fully charged one so you never have to plug in your phone again. It's a water bottle that comes with its own CO2 canister, allowing you to carbonate any drink on the go. These Halliday glasses have a 3.5-inch virtual screen embedded in the top right, and its built-in AI assistant can give you real-time translation in over 40 languages, live subtitles in conversations, you can get instant product reviews while shopping, and even ask questions to your AI that gives you the answers that only you can see. Delta announced that they're putting 4K screens in their planes. We've got color-changing glasses with the tap of a finger, and Samsung made stretchy screens, which Lenovo then put into a rollable, extending laptop screen.
Tell you what, police chase is about to get crazy now. The fact that you can take a supercar and it jumps, I mean, I guess you could say bye-bye to spike strips. I cannot wait to see that on the 6 o'clock news. Officer, did you put down the spike strips? Yeah, but there's kind of a problem. Okay, what's the problem? He kind of just bunny hopped over the spike strips. And you're saying there's bendable screens now, so we got bendable screens before smell-o-vision. I mean, I guess Samsung already did that with the Samsung Fold. But that one machine that can help people walk that are in wheelchairs, bro, that's sick.
The Darkest Performances / Concerts in 2023, Part 1. At the Grammy Awards earlier on in the year, Sam Smythe quite literally shocked the world with one of the most demonic performances we have ever seen on live television. Performing his song Unholy, it looks like he tried to give us a depiction of what hell looks like. With him in devil horns, the whole set on fire, women in cages. I mean, it just doesn't get any more demonic than that. Next, we have Lil Uzi Vert at Rolling Loud, where he even wore a satanic belt with pentagrams on it. He was playing these gory murder scenes in the background of whatever the heck that movie was. And to top that all off, he debuted his song where he said he made a city girl believe in Satan. Whenever The Weeknd went on tour this year, there was always a common theme. His dancers would be dressed in these hooded gowns, dancing around this demonic-looking robot thing. And whenever that figure wasn't there, they would be dressed up in red, doing it under the moon. People who attended these concerts just said that there was a very dark vibe. I mean, not to mention, he literally flashed the word Satan at one of his concerts.
Why would anyone want to go to this? I get that you want to see your favorite artist, but when they start doing stuff like this, what are you following at the end of the day? And dang, man, I like Rihanna, and she's throwing up a triangle. All right, guys, thank you so much for sticking around and watching all the clips from today. And if you enjoyed today's video, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.